Peace, people. Been a minute, right? Rocking it Chew with the pink hair. I did this last night, and maybe I spent 4 hours, maybe more. I spent a long ass time doing this to bleach it, damage it, go through all that damage, all that time, and then I colored it pink just to finally have a change of mind. So I wasted all that time and all that money buying all the items to color my hair, put this one streak on, trying to do something different, but it didn't even turn out the way I wanted. And it's just like when you do something with your hair, it's fun. Like, you know how when you want to do something with your hair, whether it's the color or the cut, it's always exciting. But when it doesn't turn out how you want, it's such a big disappointment. And so the damage in my hair is just too much. I'm gonna color it back in with black later on. And my sister likes it. She's really digging it, but she doesn't understand the bigger picture of the problem. Like this shit gets damaged. Like for people with hair, you know how it gets down, especially when you bleach your hair so much and it gets wet, and you know how it turns rubbery. It gets that rubbery texture when it gets wet, and it stretches like string cheese or like rubber, and it just rips. That was happening to my hair. But anyway, we're not here to talk about my hair. We could, but nah. So for this video, I wanted to discuss. Wow, it's been a while since I dropped my last video. Like, time moves, and I realized, even if I want to do make a video every day and upload as daily, it's actually a little harder than what I thought, because like I said, guys, I always address this in my videos. I feel like I have to always kind of have my mind ready for what I want to discuss and what I want to drop, and so sometimes every day is just not something I can do all the time, but I try to upload as often as I can. And so yeah, with that being said, hope everyone's had a good week. Happy 4th of July, late 4th of July. Hope everyone's staying safe, having a good time. And yeah, I hope everyone's been having a good day, good week. And so with that being said, this video will be about forgiveness. And I feel like with my videos, I kind of I'm not like a channel where I'm here to gas you up and sweet talk you and tell you all the things you want to hear. I keep it real. So the things that I say are to help, to encourage, and to assist and give advice and allowing you to grow and see the ability that you have to open the doors for yourself by looking within and seeing the power that you have. And I'm just here to give guidance and advice based on my own personal journey, of my own human experience, and the things that I talk about are just here. Hopefully the things that I talk about are able to help you or assist you in some way, some form of way, shape, or passion or fashion. Let me say that again. I hope that my videos and the things that I discuss help you in some way, form, or fashion in your spiritual path. I just give you the best advice that I possibly can, that helps me and works for me, and that I found through my human experience and my spiritual journey, what allows me to personally grow. And if everything that I talk about, anything that I discuss, if it happens to resonate with you, that's good. Definitely do your research, study up on the things that you hear from me saying, and the stuff that I refer to as far as books, authors, other spiritual, esoteric philosophy, and occultism, and all these things, all these spiritual things. These are things you can do your research on, but these are just my takes on these things and what helps me to grow. And if it happens to resonate with you, then more power to you. And so with that being said, yeah, this is about forgiveness. And so the reason that there's a lot of value in, because I keep saying importance a lot, the importance of this, the importance of that. So anyway, the value or importance of forgiveness is, it helps you to have a lighter heart for yourself and for the world outside of you. And so, as above, so below, as within, so without, all that stuff pretty much means is just the earth where you are right now in your physical body as a human, having this human experience, whatever's going on internally within you will reflect on the outside world, and whatever you're dealing with and working with internally is always guaranteed 100% going to be reflected back to you from the outside world. And that's all that it is. There's nothing outside of you. That's why everything is a reflection, right? That's why whatever you think about the most, whatever you have feelings about, the things in your shadow work, all that gets reflected through people outside of you and the world outside of you, and everything that you see in your environment and your surroundings and the signs and all these things. Because you're on this planet having your individual human experience, but while you're here, there are signs and reflections and messages all around you trying to communicate with you. And if you're usually not tapped in to that vibration or that phase of your spiritual journey, it's harder for you to like understand or grasp or even comprehend or even know what's happening. But messages are around you all the time. And so yeah, forgiveness is important, and there's value to that. And what I mean by forgiveness, as the title of this video, forgiveness is because it's going to help you have a lighter heart. And this is like a subconscious kind of video as well, a subconscious related kind of video, because the baggage, like I said in my other videos about baggage, I forget which video. It was one of them was about baggage, I know that. It's about letting go of the baggage, and the importance of that is because the things that have happened in your past, in your childhood, in your upbringing, those things that you do not release and let go of, you carry with you throughout your life, whether you realize it or not. Like you're carrying that kind of stuff with you. You're on a subconscious level. So your subconscious creates your reality. So the emotions that you felt, the things that you've gone through, the people that have hurt you and bullied you and wronged you, situations and things and fears and worries, all these things remain with you and become a part of your subconscious, which then become a part of your being, because these were things that you weren't able to let go of or work through, which is why shadow work is important, right? And shadow work is such a, excuse me, lemonade, mango pineapple smoothie from McDonald's. And so shadow work is like a really big thing now, because people are realizing the concept of the subconscious, and shadow work is what helps you to get through your subconscious, to fix things and reprogram or deprogram your reality. So humanity, I keep saying like flawed, humanity's flawed. Like, we get it, humanity's not perfect, and that's cool. But yeah, that's why forgiveness is important, because the imperfections and the flaws of life, of your human life, that have created a certain impact in your being, need to be released. You need to release these burdens, because when you don't let go of these baggages, you carry them with you, and they travel with you wherever you go, without you realizing it. That's why I always say power of awareness, because once you're aware of something, you can change it, And again, I'm gonna address, I feel like that video, the power of awareness video, is very heavily slept on. Like, and I'm not here to like monger on views, and I'm not like hungry for any of that kind of like any of those kind of views or attention. Like, I just feel like a lot of the videos that get the most views on my channel were like the law of attraction, or were like the SP, specific person, subconscious stuff. But the other stuff that I uploaded with like power of awareness and lightheartedness, those are kind of slept on, and those are just as important. If anything, they're actually one of the most important, because they're all related to the subconscious as well. But anyway, I'm not here to rant about that, right? So when you have that awareness, you can change things in your reality. You can make changes. And so the baggage are things that you're carrying with you because you're probably conscious of it, but you may be conscious of it, but you're so hurt or so affected by the past that you carry it with you. It becomes a part of your being and it weighs you down, and it can even make you sick. Because once something becomes deep enough in your subconscious, it starts becoming a part of your reality and a part of your being, and you're fucking dreaming about that shit too. It's probably in your dreams, it's deep in your psyche, it's deeply ingrained within you. And these are probably and you're carrying that baggage with you constantly. And so that's creating your reality. And if you want to think about it like this, think of it like this. When you have all that baggage about the past and the things that didn't go your way, like that baggage that you're carrying with you, it's not exactly like fair to the new circumstances and situations and the new people that you're going to come around, because you're carrying the baggage with you. So wherever you're going, you're taking it right along with you, and you're making your judgment on the new people and the new circumstances and the new situations that you're coming across. You're giving it that judgment. You're giving it the old judgment from the past. Like you're pretty much staining a new fabric, or you're ruining, or you're like staining, or like leaving like a mark, like a filthy mark on a new canvas or on something clean. You know, I'm trying to think of like an analogy. Like when you have a new slate, you're like screwing it up with your baggage. You're throwing old baggage in there when you could have started fresh. And so the importance or the value of being able to forgive is, when I say forgive, I don't just mean like people, and I mean like yourself as well, because you're also not perfect and you've made mistakes. Sometimes it's easier to forgive others but not yourself so much, but you know, it's really important to forgive people, but it's mostly important to have that forgiveness for your own self and for your own well-being, because nobody's perfect, everyone makes mistakes. And it's like what I addressed in the other video. If it makes it easier for you, think of other people in your life that have gone through really crappy things. Like, you may have had it tough, but they may have had it even tougher. So in other words, we're all going through not exactly the same thing, but we're all going through something. You know, in essence, you're not alone in your journey. Everyone's journey is a little different, but we all go through like similar things, maybe just in different degrees. But the point is, you know, forgiveness and baggage, you know, the forgiveness will help you to release the baggage, because the baggage is what weighs you down. That's what's keeping you from having your wings to fly and to be free, if you want to use that analogy, and to see the world in a different perspective, or in a different view. Because some baggage you might have might be for some time, but other baggage you might have been your whole life, might have been years and decades. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes the longer you've had that certain baggage, the longer that it actually will take for you to be able to release it. Not saying that you can't, and not saying that it'll take forever, but it can or may take a lot more time depending on how long you've been dealing with it. But it's not to say that it can't be dealt with, and that's certainly not saying that it'll never go away. With enough consistency, you can do anything, you can accomplish anything, you can fix anything with the power of your mind. Because the baggage, like I said, you're also kind of, it's like you're carrying it with you wherever you go. Like, you're not able to give new circumstances and situations and other people that come into your life like a chance, because the baggage you have, it's like it's creating your perception about everything that's coming to you that's new. Like, it's like that's like what I said about the canvas thing. Like, you're being given new blank canvases to restart, but you're painting the same stuff that you were painting over it before, The same stuff, the old canvases that you had that you were painting based on how you perceive life. You're painting the new canvases with that same painting. Like nothing's changed. Life is changing, life is going on, but not you. You're still the same person. You know, just like that other video I made about be the change. Sometimes being the change is the best thing because you're like being an example. You're setting an example because the other people around you may not be making any changes whatsoever, but just seeing you and your light and your energy and your vibration and your aura and your personality and how you glow, not with your words, but just your energy and your vibe, that already sends a message that you can change and life doesn't have to be what we think it is. Life can change. Life can be pleasant and fun and joyful, and we can all grow and evolve and learn things. So yeah, guys, with that being said, forgiveness, you know, forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for others. Nobody's perfect, and you got to release the burdens because that's what's going to help you have a lighter heart. Because the stuff that we deal with, we may be carrying for years, and those things that we don't deal with subconsciously that are burdening us are not helping to change our reality, because that burden is also that old reality that you're constantly like taking with you wherever you go. So new circumstances and situations and opportunities and people can come around, but you're going to throw them back into that old baggage, or how should I say, you're going to stain all those new things with old baggage instead of giving them a chance, or giving yourself the chance to renew your vision, to broaden your perspective. And so yeah, with that being said, guys, I'll catch you in another one, and peace.